So you've clicked on this video because you want to change your mindset. Well, lucky for you, this is the mediocre mind trap, and that's what we do here. That's the whole goal of this channel. We need to flip our mindset to become winners, to become the 2.0 versions of ourselves that we know we can be. Now, there's a few similar videos on my channel right now. Some have the exact same habits in them, but these habits can be compounded with other habits to boost productivity and get you going even quicker. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some that I've never mentioned. So let's get going. Hello, welcome back to the Mediocre Mind Trap. My name is Marcus and I am so glad to have you here today because we got a brilliant one today. By the end of this video, you're going to have even more tools to help you flip that mindset. So to start it off, we're going to go quite deep. And it's as simple as this. The pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. So what does this mean? Well, sit down and let me tell you. We as humans are programmed to find the path of least resistance. It's just how we're wired. So you're kind of fighting with your body and mind for discipline. Now, if you keep that discipline strong, your body and mind will naturally change and allow it to happen. And then you could perform discipline in any aspect. But it doesn't come without its hard times. The pain of discipline simply means the struggle, the way you feel. It can be long, it can be negative. It's almost like the hardest chore going. But the pain of regret is so much worse. Regret that you didn't even try. Regret that you didn't give it 110%. Now all that's going to do is absolutely eat you up. It's going to nibble at your mental health bit by bit and take until there's nothing left and you're severely fucked. From my experience, I have a hell of a lot of regret in my life. Hell of a lot of it. But I've let that go. But I'm telling you now, I'll never have regret again. The pain of discipline is hardly anything compared to it. So make sure you choose that path and not the other one. You don't need more time. You need more focus. You often hear people say, I'd love to do that, but I just don't have any time. Chances are you absolutely have that time. You just need to dial in and focus. Look, you lose time by procrastinating, scrolling on social media, addicted to your phone, watching TV shows and films. Oh, I need more time in the day. Yet they're watching 45-minute episodes on Netflix until it goes, are you still watching? You have tons of time. Just learn to focus. Be accountable for why you don't have enough time. Eliminate them habits stopping you from having productive time. And you're there. The master has failed more times than the beginner has tried. Now I'll say that again. The master has failed more times than the beginner has tried. This is some very powerful stuff. Say if you were looking at a chart, right? And every day you failed, you put an X to it. And every day you succeeded, you put a tick. A beginner might look like X, 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 tick, X, tick, tick. A master might be X, 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 tick, 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 tick. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It comes down to consistency. Think of it this way. How long does it take to learn how to drive a car? But 2 years after you've passed, you can get in that car and not even think about how to drive it. And that's because you were consistent in learning. That's because you didn't give up. That's because you had a goal in mind and you did not give up at all. You kept going. You'd get it wrong all the time. You'd stall the car. You won't be able to parallel park. But you kept going. And now you can drive it without thinking. Now I'm aware we've already talked about discipline, but here's a brilliant one for you. Think of 2 plastic cups. One is running on motivation and one is running on discipline. We pour water into the motivation. Week 1, it's full to the brim. Week 2, there's 2/3 in the cup. Week 3, there's half in the cup. And week 4, there's only a quarter in the cup. Now we pour water into the discipline cup. Week 1, a tiny bit, a quarter. Week 2, 1/3. Week 3, 2/3. Week 4, it's full to the brim. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Prime example of this is going to the gym at January. So many people sign up for the gym in January, right? Because they're motivated. They're like, I need to get in shape. But going through their week, it might be that they have a long day at work, they feel tired, they can't be asked. That motivation is not enough to keep it consistent. They're going to find excuses. Now, relying on discipline, like I said before, small steps is only going to gradually improve. That, my friend, is a solid mind flip. The opinion of others don't pay your bills and don't keep you focused. So many people care about what other people say, but at the end of the day, it's your life. You need to do what's right. Literally, like that quote says, they're not going to pay your bills. You don't want to be led by people who know nothing about what they're talking about. Look, I had it a lot in crypto. I'd say to people, I'm into crypto. They turn around and tell me it's a scam and that I shouldn't be putting money in there. But I had been doing extensive research for months and all they've done is heard someone say it's bad. So why the hell would I listen to them? I know way more about it than them. It's just an ignorant mindset that people have. And I went on to make 5 grand off of a 63p XRP trust line. 63p got me 5 grand. Now that'll probably never happen to me again. But I did such extensive research for that to happen. And I put my trust into people who actually did the same. Point I'm trying to make is go your own way. Don't be heavily influenced by people. Stick to your beliefs. You're stronger than you think. Go back and watch my videos. You'll become a leader. You won't need anyone else's opinion. Now, I won't go into this one too much because it's self-explanatory, but I'll tell you anyway. You build your own momentum using hard work and consistency. Now, I know you know this one, so I'm not going to dive into it, but still, it's good to know. Moving on. We may feel like everyone is watching us, but in reality, everyone is focused on themselves. So there's this thing called spotlight syndrome. Now, most of us have it. It's where we believe that we're the main characters in the story and everyone around us is just extras, when really, everyone's the main character in their own stories, walking around at the same time. They're not in your story. They're in their own story walking next to you. So it doesn't matter what car you drive, doesn't matter what clothes you wear, doesn't matter what your haircut looks like, doesn't matter what your beliefs are. You should be doing all of that stuff for you, not for anyone else. Spotlight syndrome gives you a pointless ego, where all you're doing is living to impress others. It's like when you see the girls at Ocean Beach, and they're by the pool, but they've got high heels on. You're literally near a pool. Why do you need high heels on? Why do you need a full head of makeup? Because you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it to show off, to get validation from other people. You want to wear what you like what you like, and don't feel bad for it. Never complain, just rebuild your life. Now, if something bad happens to you, you've got two options. You can wallow in self-pity, or you can use it to rocket fuel you to success. I heard this thing that's really quite cool. You've got heroes and villains, right? They're usually both born of hardship, but one doesn't let that define them. They become the best of the best. And the other lets it consume them, and they want revenge. Also, a really good example of this, people who don't have any limbs, and they're achieving stuff while you're at home doing nothing. Because all you want to do is complain and be that villain. I'm talking about a villain to yourself. You're self-sabotaging. If they can do it, you can do it. There's no excuse. Again, you are stronger than you think you are, I promise you that. Now this next one is my favourite. Karma never loses your address. Oh, just sounds amazing, don't it? Now I've watched people have their fair share of karma, trust me. I've had it just the same. But she is real and she's always watching. Karma is a beast. Truly what goes around comes around. If you're an asshole to people, they're going to be assholes to you. If you laugh at people because they're in a bad place, at some point in your life, you are going to be in a bad place. People are going to laugh at you. There's always a balance to life, and it's karma's job to see that through. Loyalty is rare. If you find it, keep it, because the most dangerous people on this planet are fake friends, apart from a lion. Now, I've spoke about this on my channel. My very best friend for 15 plus years turned out to be a complete fake friend in the end. Now, I won't get into it, but I do mention it on How to Get Friends video that I've got. So go back and have a listen if you want to know the story. You've got to be very careful who you share your dreams and aspirations with. The best of friends can turn on you. You need to make sure you're putting energy and time into the right friends. It's that simple. Don't give up. You are closer than you think. Now this is a very good one. Now look at this picture. One more hit from that pickaxe and he would have had all the diamonds. But he gave up. He's walked away. And he would have got great returns if he would have just kept going. And so will you. Just keep going. Do not give up on your dreams. Do you know how hard it is to record and edit a YouTube video every day? But I don't stop because I don't want to give up. I want to make something of this channel. I want to get to a point where the production of this channel is unbelievable. It's more like a vlog than it is me just talking on a camera, which is what vlogging is, but I'll be going places and I'll be bringing you with me. I'm not giving up, and you shouldn't too. The next one, your comfort zone is your enemy. Don't lose that golden opportunity for temporary comfort. Your comfort zone is a very dangerous thing to be in because you're not going to learn anything. You're not going to be willing to change. You don't want to go outside your comfort zone. Now, for context, just staying in your hometown for all of your life and not going anywhere, not setting foot out of your hometown. Now, think of your hometown, how tiny that must be on the globe. And you've got all of this world where you can explore, but you stay there because it's your comfort zone. You don't meet new friends, you don't have new experiences, you don't go anywhere hot, you don't go anywhere cold. You learn nothing, you go nowhere. Get out of that comfort zone. You will miss so many opportunities if you don't. You don't want to be this smelly, stagnant person, having regrets that you never took that opportunity on your deathbed when you're dying. Too late. You're gone, mate. See you later. RIP. The greatest disability is your mind, not your body. That's crazy. You could have the best physical form of a body ever, and it's no good if you're not thinking right. If you're not striving to become that 2.0 version of yourself, you're not using your brain, you're not trying to get better, you fail. Again, like I said, a guy with no limbs, you'd think the weakness is his body. It would be his mind. He has the opportunity to either live angry about it or accept it and do what he needs to do to get better. Some sadly fall down. You could have a weak body and a strong mind. That's 10 times better than having a good body and a weak mind. You got to think, people who are less fortunate than you and me are still achieving big things while you're watching it happen on TikTok and Instagram. That's how you know about these stories. What are you doing? You're sitting on the couch or you're sitting on your bed looking at it like a zombie. You can't overcome hardship and struggle if you've got a weak mind. You have to challenge it. You have to put it through hard work and get to where you need to be. Being late in life doesn't mean failure. Maybe it's just getting you ready with the momentum you need to catapult yourself ahead of other people. You never know when the right time is. There's never a right time for anything. Not for kids, not for buying a house, not for traveling the world, nothing. We just go with that mediocre mind trap system that's been laid in front of us by TV and media and school teachers and things like that. Travel a bit, get a girlfriend, get a house, get a dog, have a baby, sorted. Life is not a linear path. So if you're surrounded by all your friends in healthy relationships with their new house that they've bought and they've got kids and you're striving for that, don't worry, you're not a failure. And if you've not had a girlfriend at 24, it's not a bad thing. I've had my first girlfriend when I was about 14 and I've had many girlfriends. I promise you, I wish that I would have just had one. You can find love at any age. You can start a business at any age. Although time is meaningful, time can be irrelevant too. Just utilize it in the right way. So the very last one for you, be obsessed with freedom and not money. A lot of people want loads of money so they can be free, but you're doing it the wrong way. You want to be obsessed with freedom. That way you'll naturally find ways to make money to get you there quicker. Very, very hard to escape the mediocre mind trap and become free. More often than none, you're chasing the money to get there. If you do that, you'll be trapped. Pick something you really love in life and try and monetize it. That's probably the best way to do it. So with that, I'll leave it there. As always, I hope you've got some information out of this. Please give it a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. As always, take care, my Stoic Vikings. I'm out.